Hey, yo, what it do, what it do, what it do? This is your number one crew. This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. And I'm back, baby. You already know I'm back. OTR mic drop in the building. Hey. That's it. I'm done.
Oh, so you don't get no hand claps? I was about to say, there you
I was
go.
trying to get. I was trying to get it.
Hey, appreciate it, Jay. Hey, appreciate you looking out, man.
I
Appreciate
was
you
working
looking
on
out. You
it.
know what I'm saying? You know, hey man, I told you, me and Ray and Jay, we have kind of swapped schedules there for a minute, man. You know.
It be like that sometimes. It be like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So Jay, who are you?
Oh me, I'm sorry.
Ray
I'm
act like
still
he
get,
gotta go last.
I'm still getting used to being back full time. But this is your boy Jay, aka Rant Jay, aka Thursday Night Jay, aka full time Jay, aka back on the grind Jay. We here.
Hey, you got more AKAs. I love it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka Thursday Night Trey, aka OTR Trey, and yeah, man, episode 126. We are here. What up, Truth?
What's up, my guy?
All right. Uh, got a few things to talk about here. Let's go ahead and get started with our the Crown Jewel recap. Has everybody got a chance to see it? I know we watched it at different times.
Yeah.
I
Overall
watched
thoughts
it
on the show?
live.
I watched it live too.
Overall thoughts on the show. Technically, I watched it live too.
Um,
I found out that Peacock can let you rewind. It just won't let you start over. But if you
hmm
hit play and where it's at, and then you can rewind, it's so stupid. Goodness gracious! But I watched it live, or partly live. It was a solid 7 out of 10. I mean,
Okay,
there's no way I can rank it any higher than that.
okay. JD.
I mean, I don't think crown jewels are ever ranked high. I don't. Yeah, this. So if it was 7 out of 10, was that a B minus, C plus?
C plus, B minus, sure. I say C
Okay, because the
plus.
C is
I
halfway.
think it's I think
Um,
it's a C plus.
and I give it a B minus then. um, yeah, mm, we'll talk about it. Trey, what you
Yeah,
give it?
I would have. Yeah, I'm more in the B minus range. Because it was stuff that I did like, but it was some stuff that I didn't like. But
Hmm
I liked more stuff than I didn't. Um, so let's go ahead and should we can run down the card the way it happened. Let's start with the. You want to start with the first match, Bloodline versus
Yeah,
Bloodline.
yeah.
How'd
Yeah,
y'all feel about Jay coming out solo? No pun intended.
I'm fine
Perfect.
with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm fine with it.
perfect.
I think it's a.
Perfect.
I think that we always say this that WWE every once in a while they get it right, and I think that it's a perfect way to kind of tell the story and also extend the story. Because boy, as he was coming out, they kept focusing on Roman's face,
Hmm
especially when the
Hmm.
crowd was singing his song and everything like that, and they just kept
Yeah.
panning into Roman's face. So I think that it was the perfect setup.
You know, and something that, it just brings it to attention is how quickly he was able to forgive his brother, but he's like, yeah, I'm still not feeling you, Roman. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Just throughout that whole thing, not tagging him is one of the biggest pinnacles that showed, like, I can do this. I'm my own man. I don't need you. I don't answer to you. You asking for it. I'm not about to give it to you. Like, that
And
stood out.
Roman asked for the tag so smugly.
Yeah, and because he still has the same attitude.
Yeah, what I've been saying.
Oh, hold on.
Roman ain't changed a bit. Roman ain't changed a damn bit. I do, and I do like the fact that Jay didn't tag him initially. He tagged
Yeah.
Jimmy, but at the
Yep.
same time, doing moves like that is what's going to cause them to not reach their full potential because you're right, Truth. Roman's arrogance is still there, but Jay doing moves like that is to teach Roman a lesson. But you don't want to, you don't want the ends not ends justify the means, but you don't want to overshadow the group dynamic because you're trying to show Roman that you don't need him. You've already shown him that you need him. So
And that's why I said that was a perfect setup
yeah,
for the way that the match ended. Because to me,
Hmm.
it had to. I well, we already knew that they were taking that loss, but I'm just saying,
Hmm.
like they
me
they
me and
had
you
to.
called him. Me and you called Roman taking that pin.
um, I told you, I knew it was gonna be Roman.
Hmm.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it had to
the key
be.
thing is that they're not fully together, right? So it
Exactly.
doesn't make sense for them to win if they're not fully a bloodline unit the way that they used to be. Regardless of
I mean,
whether Solo was a part of the original bloodline, they're still not complete.
they're definitely not on the same page, and it showed that, and that's part of the progression that we need for this storyline to really, I guess, take its toll, and we get the max,
And
whenever.
you have to you have to remember what Jay told him on the Friday before. He said, "You destroyed me mentally, physically, and emotionally. You don't just get over all that just because Roman said yeet."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
How do we feel about so me and you, Jay? We didn't think that Sammy was going to be there because normally he's not in Saudi Arabia because of religious reasons, but he was there. And
yeah.
how did
No,
y'all feel about Sammy's involvement?
this is Sammy's second time over there.
This is his second
Last
time
year,
at Crown Jewel.
I can't remember. I couldn't remember. He's like we said,
He had
crown
a
jewels.
he
So I
had
don't
a I
remember.
think
yeah,
he
I don't
did
think
have a
Roman
last
ever
year
had
match.
he was
shit.
over
I,
there.
yeah, I think he did come last year. I think they kind of got over whatever hurdle it was that was preventing him to be there the first couple of times. But I wasn't expecting Sami Zayn to be there. Um, what I will say is, I don't know, man. The, the setup was perfect. The way everything's set up so far is it's running down. If you think about it, it's actually running down kind of opposite of what I was predicting, right? I was predicting that they were going to go to
Hmm.
Sammy, and then they were going to use Sammy to pull in Jay, right? So it just happened
Yeah.
the opposite way. They went to Jay, and now they're using Jay to pull Sammy in. Um,
Hmm.
it's going to be interesting to see how Friday night is going to go, because I can't wait to see what
Hmm.
happens when Sammy gets in front of Roman. That's going to be
Hmm.
the true tell, and we know how that's going to be. It's going to result in the Bloodline attacker, Bloodline 2.0 attacking the OG Bloodline, and then that's when I feel like they're going to kind of start to mesh together a little bit more.
Yeah, because I feel like on Friday it's almost gonna be like Jimmy and Roman coming to blows with Sammy and Jay. Like they're gonna meet face to face, like they're getting ready to square off, and
Yep.
then that's when Solo's bloodline comes to play, and they're gonna attack them. Um, the the way it ended with both Sammy and Roman going to attack Solo, that was almost like a symphony, like poetry in motion, just playing back to what happened last year. You know what I'm saying? Like Sammy getting the upper hand on Roman when he hit him with that steel chair and stuff, and actually creating that fatal blow. It's almost it's a triggering effect. It really didn't have so much of a triggering effect to Roman, but more so to like Jimmy and Jay. Like
I feel
Roman's
like it
just like,
kind of
oh my,
shows. If you think about it, I feel like it kind of shows that how easy it is for them to get on the same path, like where they were both thinking the exact same thing. But then
mm-hmm,
at the same time, it just showed how disconnected they are, because they couldn't tell that Solo
yeah,
was going to duck out of the way. It ended up
And
I was
it's
about to
hitting each
say it
other.
goes to show how smart Solo is too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
and it's
Solo
like,
used that to his advantage, so he's using that dysfunction to his advantage.
I want to
and it's
speak
gonna,
about
and
what
you can see it's gonna come
oh,
to
go ahead.
play.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
Yeah.
you could tell it's gonna come to play where Roman. It shows that Roman doesn't always have to take the lead this time.
yeah.
That someone else can actually step up and be quote unquote a leader, and it doesn't always have to be him. So
Mhm. I was going to say going back to Monday night when when Jay said to no when Jimmy said to Jay, "Yo, we can't trust him. We can't trust him." And then Sammy just started reading off everything that Jay did to show that he can't be trusted.
what
But
Jimmy?
then I
Yeah,
had to think with Jimmy, and then I had to think about this. Yeah, Sammy, Jimmy did all of that, but at the same time, didn't you turn your back on the bloodline for Kevin Owens?
first.
Well, you got to think about it though. When Sami Zayn turned on the Bloodline, they were already starting to turn on him. He just
But
turned
it
on
wasn't
them
official
first.
yet. It
It
wasn't
was
Yeah,
official
right
but
yet
after the trial.
because
yeah,
what happened was what happened because Jay stepped up for him during the trial.
yeah,
Hmm.
But when they were in that war games, well, he took the blow. It was after. It was
it
in
was
the
way
match.
it was like
It was
way
when
after
Roman
that.
it was when Roman had the match with Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens was handcuffed and he told Sammy to finish him off with the chair. And then when he turned his back,
Exactly.
that's when Sammy hit him with the chair. And then Jimmy lost his shit because he saw Sammy hit Roman.
Yep.
So
Hmm.
let's not change up history too much there, Sammy.
So
That's all I got to
I
say about that.
saw. So
Yeah,
I
but you got to think
saw
about.
someone.
Mhm. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just gonna say that I mean, you're right about that chair shot, but you got to think about everything that led up to the chair shot, right? you're
Right.
missing you're missing the parts where they kept bringing Sammy's loyalty into the mix leading up to that match with KO before the chair shot. You know what I'm saying? And think about it. That was the same thing that they did when Jay turned on them, and when Jimmy and Jay decided to turn on Roman, because he kept questioning them
Hmm.
and using them in a way that it just they couldn't handle it and couldn't take it anymore. So I mean,
Yeah.
Sammy kind of knew it was
Yeah,
coming.
but at the same time, he can't. You can't tell me that, and then then Sammy used the example to Jimmy, and you kicked Roman in the face. Well, if everything you say is true, Roman deserved to get kicked in the face.
I mean, Sammy just screwed over one time. Jimmy's been screwing them all over from the get go. So
Okay, so I did see a post that was saying how pinnacle of a character Jimmy is in this whole bloodline thing, right? And so it started off with Roman and Jay. Jimmy had to come save Jay, or at least try to save Jay, right? Even when they were in that steel cage, that Hell in a Cell match, um, it was Jimmy who got choked out. So all this time, Jimmy is shown that he doesn't want to be alone. He's about family. He's trying to keep everything together. He always sticks up for his brother, but he's always pretty much the one that's an afterthought. He's always second fiddle. So he never was the right hand man, right?
Nope,
That
nope.
was Jay. He wasn't the honorary Oos. That was Sammy. He wasn't the enforcer. That was Solo. Jimmy never really had an important role in the bloodline. He was always just the twin.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? But now
Hmm.
it's like Jimmy is actually the centerfold of trying to make this whole thing work. So when you look at it, it's like he's the main character of this whole story right now.
Yeah, he's the one that's definitely trying to get everybody back together, except for the only reason he was going to talk to Sammy is because Jay wants him to.
Yeah.
yeah.
Even though he's the one that initially brought Sammy into the bloodline.
I mean, if you think about it, Jimmy's still the only one that acknowledges Roman Reigns as the tribal chief.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So it just shows a lot about how um, I can't say it shows a lot about his loyalty, but it shows how much he wants OG Bloodline back together. Is the way
Yeah.
I'll put it.
And Jay, I think we even talked about it on it was either the last show or the show before that, or maybe at work. I can't remember. But think about how Jimmy got into the bloodline. It was him running down to save Jay from the attack from Roman when Jimmy
Yeah.
was hurt, and he went down there in the cage match, and then in the I Quit match, and he was quitting on Jay's behalf and doing all that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So Jimmy's always been loyal. So
Mm-hmm.
his loyalty being questioned is
He's
crazy.
either he's always been loyal, or if you think about it, the way that everything's going, he's always had a hand in quote unquote, and you see my fingers to quote, sabotaging Jay in his matches when it comes down to these
Mm.
solo matches with Roman, and then
That first
the
match was not a
solo.
sabotage.
I mean, the first
It
one
could be
wasn't,
looked at
no.
that. It could be
But
looked at
I'm
that
just
How?
though.
saying, if
How?
you think about it, when Jay has, I'm going off of what you're saying, and every time Jay has had a solo match, right? Whether it was with Roman or when it was outside of once he left the quit the bloodline and stuff like that, and then they screwed him out of his title match. Um, it's been
That was against
Jimmy.
Roman.
Well, yeah,
He's
didn't
never
he?
he's only screwed him against bloodline members, never against anybody else.
No, didn't he interfere in one of his matches outside of that too on Monday Night Raw?
Not
Yeah.
him. Not Jimmy. Not
Who?
Jimmy.
He
It was the
did.
Bloodline
Jay's
2.0.
first.
It was
No,
Jay's
Jay
first championship match. I thought it was when he
again.
fought Gunther, not Gunther. When he
Damian
had that
Priest.
championship match against Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
he?
it was
Yeah.
Jimmy who interfered in that match.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, he
Yep.
was still in the bloodline. That's different. But saying that he's always sabotaged him is crazy. That's not true.
Hey,
It could be looked as that.
it could be looked at as that. It could be viewed at that.
Well, looks can be
Mm-hmm.
deceiving.
Because believe it or not, he was the one. You could even say even when they're a tag team because he took the L to KO and Sammy.
Who?
Jimmy did.
Exactly. Always falling, always putting his body on the line for the family. See, y'all niggas, man. He taking pins. Shit.
Hey,
But
he was the one who waved the white towel just like your hoodie.
yeah, you
Mhm.
damn right. Because he saved his brother's life.
Sabotage,
No,
sabotage.
because
Saved his brother's damn
Jay
life.
Jay was- Jay was never gonna forfeit. He was never gonna say I quit.
Nope.
Yeah, and he's gonna die. See, man, niggas be trying to be like Deontay Wilder. Don't throw the talent. You need it. You need it. But last question on the bloodline. Do y'all think that the kick to Roman was intentional?
No,
No,
I don't think he
Okay.
felt bad. I don't think he feels bad about it, but I don't think that it was intentional. Like I feel like the way that the way he just looked and then walked out of the ring, it was like, damn, I missed. It was
but
like, oh,
I
I'm sorry.
technically didn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was like I missed, but hey, you know, you had it coming.
he deserved that anyway. So
Yeah, exactly. So rocking a
All
hard
right.
place.
So let's move on to honestly, I don't even remember what order these shits was in now. Um, let's do Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton that never actually got started.
I was about to say that wasn't even a match.
So Xander.
Uh, I mean, it was alright for what it was, and to extend it all to Survivor Series, I guess you could say.
I'll pass.
There's not too much to really go over it. You
I,
know,
I like
Nope,
Randy Orton giving Adam Pearce a RKO.
I
that
mean
was
that
good.
part. I guess you could say because I remember you did mention or you did touch on this that you know we don't have that Viper. You know what I'm saying? And there was going to be something because I think you said this last stream where there was going to be something that happens that pulls out that old Randy Orton, right? The Legend
hmm
Killer, or the Viper, or whatever it is. So
When he get the slithering and shit.
I guess maybe this is the beginning of that. Especially with Triple H not really having his back and saying that he's trying to save him from KO. So
Mm-hmm.
Well,
we'll see.
unhinged Kevin Owens is always the best Kevin Owens.
Of course.
Um, when he's just going wild and crazy, and I could see why Kevin Owens is upset with Randy. I don't agree with it, but his beef with Cody makes way more sense than his beef with Randy. Um, but you know how they need something for both of them to do because neither one's going after Cody right now. They keep teasing that
Exactly.
Randy. I think when Randy finally becomes who he truly is in this feud with Kevin Owens, that's when he'll go after Cody because he'll be faced right now while taking out Kevin Owens. He'll be like, you know what? Damn this good guy stuff. Let me go back to who I truly am. And then
I
that's when he's
think when
gonna
Randy
get at
finally
Cody.
goes, yeah, when Randy finally goes heel, that's when you're going to get Randy versus Cody for the
Mm-hmm.
title.
Mhm. All right. Well, you say you have no thoughts, JD.
Nope. It was a waste of
All
20
right.
minutes.
Well, I have thoughts on this. LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade.
Oh my gosh.
Over it. Pass. You want to know why? Hold on. You want to know
My boy
why I
Melo is
pass
supposed
on
to win
this?
that. Damn.
LA
You
Knight should
want to
have
know
dropped that
why?
title.
You want to know why I pass on this? Because you
Why?
have two freaking high flyers and you have LA Knight. You have Melo and Andrade putting on a show, and then you have LA Knight. You have
Ruined their seven
them
game
going freaking,
series.
bro. You have them going crazy in the ring, doing all kind of matches, and then you have LA Knight.
LA Knight should have dropped the title. That's all I'm gonna say. It
Yeah,
was time. It was time. He definitely should have
What's
lost.
the
that
what's the
BFT
new
looks like a BLT.
I like the way Melo be blocking it though. When he does the handstand when he blocks
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Um
I'm now calling
what's
it the
the
BLT.
what's the new word that everybody's saying nowadays? Was it aura? Like they saying that certain dudes got aura. Like they say Jay got it.
Mm,
I think Melo and
yeah,
Andrade got it. This nigga LA
yeah,
Knight ain't got no aura, bro. He's lost his luster.
bro. Yeah,
Like
he's
doing
his
the
his
catchphrase is cool, but after that, it's done.
But did he
no,
ever have it
it's
though?
He did. He did.
I think
at
he
one
had.
point he did.
When he was beefing with Roman, when everybody really wanted him to get the title before they uh before they conceded and just put the US title on him, he did have it. But now he hasn't really done anything with the title. Uh, People think that he should have lost it already.
Yeah,
Uh,
he should have.
he's kind of getting stale.
LA Knight has the luster. LA Knight has the luster of a dude going after a baddie and then finally bagging a baddie and knowing that he can't keep a baddie.
When he gets his first baddie,
Yeah,
because that's how he got his first title.
definition of a chaser. Yeah, definition of a chaser.
That's funny. Um, we'll see where this goes because I don't. I hope this isn't over. I want them to run back Game 7 of Andrade and Melo, and the winner gets LA Knight one on one.
I don't think it's over yet. I was just about to say I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Is I think one of them's going to get LA Knight 1-on-1.
Yeah,
And whoever gets LA Knight 1-on-1,
They're
I
gonna win it.
really they have to. They have to win it.
All right, so let's move on. Uh, let's do Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Liv Morgan won. Tiffany tried to cash in. She tried to so she tried to cash in on Nia first, but then it was looking like she was gonna try to do Liv. It was a lot. Then
It was.
Raquel
I was
and
about to
Dom
say.
came out. Then Raquel and Dom came out. Like it was a cluster. Like I'm glad Liv won, but this shit was crazy.
If anybody thinks that Tiff is going to cash in this Money in the Bank on Live, y'all got to be crazy.
She won't.
She's
She
had
said she gonna take Dominic with her.
Yeah, she's had more than enough. I'm not gonna lie, I do like that little segment that she gave. That was it was tough though, the way she said that if she takes it, she's taken down too. But it's not happening, man. She's cashing it in on Naya.
Yeah. And then think about what Nia said before the match. They were like, "Are you worried about Tiffany catching in?" She said, "No, I'm not worried. It's not the right moment yet." She knows that this isn't the right moment. And what she do when Tiffany came out there, she tried to send her to the back, saying, "This is not the time. This is the wrong time." Da, 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 da. So you keep trying to dictate to her what she need to be doing. Nah, she catching in on you, buddy.
Yeah,
It's just a
that's
matter of
exactly why
time.
she's cashing it in on her. It's like
You
you
still
said,
think there's going to be at Mania though,
I do. I
so that
do.
means that you think that Nia is going to have a match at Mania. If nothing else,
Yeah.
just for Tiffany to cash in.
Yeah. Cuz you got to think, let's think about it this way, right? Who is there to beat Nia right now on SmackDown to take that championship? Because Bianca and
Bailey,
Jade
Naomi.
are it won't be Naomi. As much as I would love it to be Naomi, they haven't even. Never mind. We ain't gonna talk about that because
Well,
that's
she
still
because
like
she keep she's around it because she keeps having matches with Tiffany,
what that is true. Uh,
and she's
I
been
mean,
beating
but
her.
I'll say outside of that, it's just Bailey, and they haven't really hinted at Bailey going after like any title, any you know what I mean? Like they haven't really done much with Bailey lately. With Bailey lately, that's all I'm saying. So I just
What you
think that
got on
they're
this,
just
JD?
gonna. I just think they're just gonna carry Naya through the rest of this month and then through December and January, and then she's gonna have her match with a returning Becky Lynch or returning Charlotte or somebody like that at WrestleMania. Because
It will be
WWE is
Charlotte.
predictable. It would probably
It
be
will be
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
And then that's when we
Uh,
get the cash in.
JD.
Hmm.
Oh my God.
Jay, I'm starting to think that this was a C minus. The more that we're starting to talk about it.
I said it was the C minus. Y'all the one that was being nice and giving it a B.
I didn't
B
change my mind.
plus,
Yeah,
That was
a B minus.
him. My mind is still where it was.
I'm just
Uh,
I'm just thinking of how god
yeah.
awful
If you
these
decline to talk
matches
about two
were.
matches, I don't see how you can make it to beat something.
I mean, let's be
Golly,
honest. Historically, Crown Jewel has never really been a good pay per view. It's always been
no,
decent.
yeah.
They have one or two good matches here or there, but that's it, really.
Um,
Well,
so
oh, go ahead.
so you know, I knew that Liv was gonna win. They never give Naya the big break, like the big time break. It
Yeah.
took them forever to make her a champion. So,
For the second time, she's already been champion before.
ugh, yeah, I'm just saying it took forever for her to be champion again. So, um, it was just nothing really too big about this match.
No.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Mm-mm.
So Bronson Reed
Okay,
versus
okay,
Seth
next.
Rollins. Jesus.
Now that was a good match.
Oh, there we go. Finally, you go first.
Now that was a good match. I think the biggest thing was just the end for me. Like just
How he
to
stood
know
up like
like what kind.
Jason, like Michael Myers.
I mean, yeah, but it's like they finally got it right with a monster. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't get it right with Braun Strowman, but I feel like
They
with Bronson Reed, they got it right.
they not off of this match.
No, not off of this match, just off of him. Period. Like all the freaking tsunamis that he does to put people out, and you gotta you gotta look. This guy's mammoth, and he's going off the top ropes and stuff. I mean, it's kind of hard for him to do what he can do against Seth Rollins. I mean, it is Seth Rollins, Zandal. Seth Rollins. the person who carried Raw for 2.5 years. But you know, I mean, for their first little interaction, I feel like it was a good match. To me, it was.
I don't
I knew it was
understand.
a rap as soon as he started spamming those curb stomps. I was like, all right.
That's what I don't understand. What was the point of putting Bronson Reed in the match with Seth Rollins to have Seth Rollins win? For
Oh, you
what?
knew he was gonna win.
Um, he shouldn't
Yeah,
have. He shouldn't have. The, Seth Rollins
It was.
losing this match would have done nothing to Seth Rollins. It wouldn't have hurt his chances at potentially getting another match. It wouldn't have made him stale with the fans. It wouldn't have done any of that stuff. It wouldn't have put him in the back of the line for this. You know what I'm saying? It would have done absolutely nothing. Instead, with Bronson winning, it would have showed that Bronson is dominant, right? Would have possibly set up um Bronson versus what's his name
Gunther.
for the no, not Gunther, for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh,
Like,
Braun Strowman.
and
Braun
yeah,
Breaker.
Braun Breaker, exactly. And I feel like that right there is a match that we all need and we all should get.
Hmm.
But now you got this big man looking weak again. And don't get me wrong, it did take three curb stomps. Hell, the one off the top of the rope, you might as well count that as two. So we might as well say four. So it did technically take damn near four curb stomps for Rollins to put him down and beat him, but he shouldn't have won. It, Bronson should have dominated majority of this match. Rollins should have had a little flurry where he came back a little bit or whatever, and then Bronson put him down, come off the top rope, bam, pins him 1, 2, 3, and then set up him as this monster going on to do bigger things off the top of that. Now I feel like this match set Bronson back.
I don't think so. I think he's going right into the Intercontinental title picture, just like you said.
I don't think. I do think that Bronson should have won only because when you have a budding star and they have a feud with a superstar, I think it's always best to give the lesser person the win first, even if they don't win anymore in that feud. You got to get them with a signature win. John Cena used to do it all the time. He used to give person at least one win first, and then he would beat them in the rest of the matches for the feud.
Yeah.
uh,
I mean, it is Crown Jewel,
for
by
the
the
for the
way.
most
So,
part. Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is the same crap they pulled with Seth last time they was in Saudi Arabia with the Fiend when they canceled the Hell in the Cell after he hit him with the toolbox and the sledgehammer. So, but yeah, I enjoyed the match. But I do think that the wrong person won. But then based off of what he did on Monday, Bronson Reed
it's
ain't
not
going
over.
nowhere. He ain't
Yeah,
going
it's not
nowhere.
Nah.
over.
Yeah.
He
No.
took out the three superstars because my boy was hiding out. He took out the three superstars in the ring, so he ain't done yet. Damian Priest even called him out after, so he's got another main event guy calling him out. So Bronson Reed ain't going nowhere. So that this match didn't really hurt him like that. I just think he should have won. Um, let's move on. All right, so JD, you haven't been here the last couple weeks, but Jay has been getting our listeners riled up with his EO Sky takes. But let's get to the
Gosh.
fatal four-way women's tag match, which can bleed into the battle royal that happened on Monday. But we had Jade and Bianca versus Piper and Chelsea versus Lash and Jakara versus EO and Kyrie.
Hold on, but I gotta know, like Jay, how do you feel about EO?
Yeah,
I told you I would take
I can't
Dewdrop
defend
before
it.
I
I
take
can't
EO.
defend him anymore. Well, Dewdrop's not there.
That exactly. There you go. My point. That's
I
all
don't
I'm gonna
even know if
say.
So
he's
you
trolling or not.
so you don't like EO?
No. No.
This is about
there's
as bad
nothing
as Zando's Seth take.
Okay. So do
there's
you feel
nothing
like
exciting about EO. There's nothing that
That's not
do
true.
you feel like that she's a hand me down Oscar?
No, she does different things than Oscar.
uh I would
Shut
say
up,
hand me
Trey.
down
I'm
is
asking
a
Jay.
I would say hand me down is hold on, wait a second. I would say hand me down is more of an upgrade from what I think it is. So yeah,
Ooh.
hey, you ask.
Ooh.
A hand-me-down Oscar is a disrespectful question in the first place.
Trey, but nobody was asking you though. I didn't ask Trey. Do you feel like this? She's a hand me down Oscar.
I'm
I
speaking.
asked.
I'm speaking on behalf of the listeners because I knew he's going to take that question and make it even more diabolical than it was.
All right.
Oh man! But
So
this was
I'll
the
be
this was the best match on the other night, though. To me,
yeah.
It was.
Hmm.
Once again, shout out to my girl Lash Legend. Hey. But I mean this match was good. We already called the winners. I
Hmm.
already said it's still too early to take the tag team titles off of Bianca and Jade, but it's coming.
Oh yeah.
I think I think that this match kind of showcased that the women's tag team division is getting better,
Hmm.
and I think that they're going to have a good group of women that could hold it down once Jade and Bianca finally drop those women's tag team championships. So,
Yeah.
well, Jada and Bianca was never meant to be a tag team that lasts forever.
well, yeah, we I know that. I'm just saying, like
Yeah,
at Crown Jewel, it's still too early for them to lose them.
yeah. At a crown jewel, yes. I mean, even though they did lose it overseas in Scotland,
Well, we
but
Hmm.
know why,
do we? We
yeah,
assume
Yeah.
because you
because
know how
the
they
Nah,
biggest
do
guy,
that's
with those
because the big,
overseas
nah.
because
shows.
the biggest guy from Scotland lost. So who knows?
Yeah, but he
So
wasn't also a fan favorite. The women were
you know what I say? Alba and Isla are not fan favorites.
in Scotland. They are.
All never mind. I'm about to start.
Either way,
Gunther
that
was a
tag
hero
team.
when they went to Germany, and he's a heel.
Either way, oh
So
well, of course he's a hero when they went to, but that tag team run didn't last long. That title run didn't last long before they put those belts. They realized like, dang it, we were a little premature with that one. Let's go ahead and put the belts back on them.
I
Yeah.
like that they've already lost it and had to get it back though, because it
No,
gives them
I'm
adversity.
fine with it.
Yeah,
I think it made them look a lot more
Norm,
stronger as a tag team.
human.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then you saw what happened on Monday when Liv started planting the seeds, and she said, "Bianca, you think you're this, and that, but the problem is Jade thinks she's that too." And then when they was walking out, she said, "Hey, Jade, watch out for that knife that Bianca's about to stab in your back."
Hmm.
And then she
I
got the sonic rings knocked out of her. But
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be annoyed if they lose those damn tag team championships to Liv and Raquel. Uh, But we know how WWE is, and I can
they're
totally
about to
see
give her
that
all the
happening.
shits. They're about to
Yeah,
give Crown Jewel
yeah,
Championship, WWE Women's
yeah.
Championship, or World Heavyweight Championship for the women, then tag titles. Like, damn. Um, but also, how'd y'all feel about the stare down that happened in the Battle Royal when we finally thought we was about to
Uh,
finally get them lock up?
that's the
I
second
like
one.
it. That I was about to say. I like it. The first one was at Royal Rumble, and
Hmm.
we didn't get the lock up. Now we
And
got
they weren't
this
even a
one,
tag team
and
then.
exactly, and we didn't get the lock up. I think that they're going to hint at this a lot more. So I think that this won't be the last time that we kind of get the stare down between them. Honestly, I really think that we're finally going to get that lockup at the Royal Rumble in the women's Royal Rumble match. And I think
Hmm.
that we're finally going to get to see Bianca and Jay kind of go at it a little bit and get that little teaser of what this one-on-one matchup is going to look like because it's going to happen sooner or later. but
Hmm.
y'all still think that it's Bianca that's gonna turn on Jade, and I'm
Yeah, you're
telling
damn
y'all,
right I do. I do.
it's Jade that's gonna turn on Bianca.
I think it's gonna be Bianca because uh I think she's gonna same the same trope they always do. Jade is holding her back. She used to go for singles titles. Now she's slumming it in the tag. She's already lost a one-on-one match to Io on Raw.
I I get
Like,
what you're saying, but Jade is a much better heel choice
yeah,
than
but it's
Bianca.
also too easy to make her a heel.
Yeah, but it's
It's
not
easy. It's
beneficial to
simple.
make Bianca
Who
a heel.
doesn't?
She
I mean,
I
can't. I
mean,
don't think she's gonna. I don't think she can grow as a character if she becomes a heel.
I don't think the fans are gonna let Bianca go heel. The same thing they
Yeah,
did with the Street Profits, and the same reason why they said, "Yeah, let's go ahead and scrap this." I
but the
don't think
Street
the fans
Profits.
are gonna.
Montez Ford even came out and said the Street Profits are being underbooked and people are wanting them to get the title back.
Yeah,
Bianca's been on top, so it's
yeah.
different.
No, I agree with that. Listen, I've just said I get your point. I get what you're saying. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think Bianca's fan base is too like. I'm not gonna say just kids, but I'm just saying like the fan
Does
base
anybody
that she
remember her
has.
NXT heel run? That shit was lit.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
yeah, yeah, it was, but it
Uh,
was also kind of
but
neutral.
no, you know what? They teased another one that I really want to see though. Lash versus Jade. Let's get it.
Let's get it. I
They the
want to see it too.
same. They the same size. They both former college basketball players. Like
Hopefully
Lash is a
this
little
is
is a
in
little thicker, but they the same size height wise. Both strong
hopefully
as
this
hell.
takes
That's what I
place
want to
at
see.
Monday Night Raw in Charlotte so I can be there to see it.
Hmm.
Oh, you actually gonna go?
That's the plan.
Well, let me know. Uh, but then let's stay with the with Monday night. EO won the because of the interference by Raquel and Liv pulling both Jade and Bianca out. EO beat Lyra Valkyria on the apron with the German suplex, and she is now the number one contender. And people have said that she's a rumors have it she's one of the favorites to win the Royal Rumble in January. I mean in February. So what's thoughts on EO becoming the number one contender? Whoever wants to start. Okay. Well, shit, I'll start. I love it.
Right.
I love it because I've always liked EO as a performer. I didn't like her the run that she had with the WWE Women's Championship. I didn't like it only because it was too damage control heavy, and we knew eventually it was going to be her versus Bailey. Um, but EO's been doing good. She's having great matches. Like I said, she beat Bianca. Ever since damage control became faces out of nowhere, I think she's been doing a really good job at it. I think that when Dakota comes back, I think they're going to end up kicking her out, and it's just going to be them two and Oscar. Um,
I don't think Oscar's coming back to join them.
you don't think so?
No,
Think she'll still be a heel,
no, she's gonna be a face Oscar.
I think they
but
just
just
need to
won't be
drop
with
this
the face
whole
damage control.
damage. They just need to
Thank
drop this
you.
whole damage control thing. This damage control's over with. It's done and over with.
Yeah,
You want them to go
they're
back
the
to being
new,
the Kabuki Warriors?
No,
but
I
they
don't.
weren't the
I don't.
Kabuki Warriors.
I don't want that either. I don't want the pirate. I don't
Or
want none of that. Like,
so you just want them all to just be by themselves? You just want them all to be by themselves or leave the company?
I don't care.
It
They can
sounds
do
like you don't
whatever
want
they
them in the
want to do.
company.
They can do whatever they want to do. Just say.
Oh man,
JD, any thoughts on EO becoming number one contender?
good job, EO. Even though I feel like it could have been someone else, but because once again we're
Like
in
who?
that
Did you want it to be
character.
Lyra?
It could have been Lyra. It could have been somebody else. I just
I'm
feel
about
like
to say,
we're in this.
give me somebody else. Maxine was in there. Ivy Now was in there. Who y'all want?
Give me
One of the
somebody new.
Pure Fusion.
Give me somebody new.
Pure
It could have
Fusion.
been.
Yeah,
It could have been anybody other than EO.
yeah.
Anybody.
It could have been Shayna
I just
Baszler.
named a
It could
bunch of
have
people. Oh,
been
you wanted Natty then, Jay.
I would have taken. I
I
would
just
have taken
named the
Natty.
women.
I would have taken
I just
Natty.
named all the women in there, and you just said, "Give me somebody new."
what I'm saying is that I would have liked them to take this opportunity with this tag match because we knew that somehow, some way they were going to screw over Bianca and Jade, right? So me personally, I would have liked them to take this opportunity to put a number one contender against Liv, somebody who hasn't had a shot at the title,
or
right?
hasn't been in a title picture at all.
Exactly. I
At
think that this
all.
was the perfect opportunity for them to do that and kind of see what the reaction would be like from
They had
having
the whole Raw women's roster in that ring. So who? So pick somebody.
anybody.
It could have been Ivy
I
Nile.
don't care.
It could have been Shayna
There we
Baszler.
go.
It could have been like not saying like Shayna Baszler has been in the title picture, but it's been a long ass time, right? But she has not held the main championship since she's been on the main roster. So it's like
You knew it
just
wasn't
put
going to be a
somebody.
heel though.
No, of course it wasn't going to be a heel, but it could have been Lyra Valkyria. Like I don't mind
There
that,
we go.
but you're looking
I
you're
can deal with
looking
that.
at you're looking at Io Sky, who's been in the tag team title picture. She just fought for a tag team title championship at Crown Jewel. And then now she's the number one contender. It's like, okay, you're still on this carousel. It's either gonna be damage control or it's gonna be judgment day on Raw. It hey, it's always it just get out this carousel. That's all I gotta say.
All right. See what we got here. All right. So final match of the night: Gunther versus Cody. Cody wins the match. Does the callback to how Bret Hart. I forgot who it was he beat. With it, but the roll up pin. Is how he did
Yeah.
it. But
Hmm.
any thoughts? Any thoughts on this?
I kind of I mean, I like that he I like that I like the way that they had him win the match, right? Gunther's built up as this, very durable wrestler who can take a lot of punishment, and then,
Hold on,
Cody.
pause. He said adorable wrestler.
No,
Durable,
adorable, like
Oh,
adorable,
durable is the way you
not
put it together. I
not
like a
thought you
battery.
said
adorable, adorable. Like
okay.
and I even followed it up with adorable wrestler who can take a lot of punishment. The
An
heck is
adorable
going
wrestler that
on
could
here?
take a lot of punishment is a crazy statement.
Yo, he's so adorable. Oh my god.
Take a lot of punishment.
But no, I mean that y'all wilding out right now. Oh,
My bad. My bad.
but I'm not mad at the roll up pin. I like I said, how many times have we seen matches be won not from a submission or a finisher, right?
Right. Hmm.
There's nothing
So
wrong with a roll up pin every once in a while,
there's nothing wrong with it every once in a while.
Right.
and it keeps both
Super
men strong.
pause.
You didn't have to get Cody to hit five uh, crossroads
E-
on Gunther.
exactly.
So
I
I did
I
like that,
think
and then on
I
Monday it did humble Gunther a little bit. You
I
notice
was just
his
about to say
attitude
I
on
think
Monday.
well, not even Monday. I think the kind of fail that they had was the way that Gunther reacted to it afterwards, and to say he basically acknowledged Cody Rhodes for like that's the part, man. You know how
He
you talk
outsmarted
about
him. He outsmarted him.
I know, but that's not that's not Gunther esque or Gunther like. So it could have left that part
Well,
out.
like you said, he's used to like you said, he can take a lot of punishment as a big guy. So he's used to getting beat that kind of way. Nobody ever really outsmarts him. Like Sammy got him to get cocky. So that's how Sammy
Hmm.
beat him.
But that's
But
technically outsmarting him, though.
Hmm.
kind of. I guess because you make him use his own emotions against himself. But
Yeah.
this is different because it was literally out of nowhere. Like he just rolled him up. Like he tried to get him in the sleeper,
Yep.
and then all Cody did was just flip over and pin him 1, 2, 3, just like that.
Yeah.
So what you got, JD?
No, I was gonna say, the ending, like one thing about this, how this match was building up, Gunther gave Cody props where props was due. So I kind of wasn't mad the fact that he shook his hand and it was just like, you know, I'm gonna see you
But
again. Like
Gunther's a
you
man of
got me
respect,
this,
though.
yeah, you got me this time, but I'm gonna see you again. That's what I, portrayed from the ending. Um, of course, I was like, Golden Boy wins another one. So yeah,
Yeah, but you got to think about it. When they
Just put
did
some respect on his name.
but I knew
when
when
they
Liv
did
won,
the
I knew Cody was gonna win.
Of course.
when they did the celebration at the end, I don't know if y'all stayed on and watched it. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think, could I see Gunther and Naya in that position on them celebrations? And I was like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, no,
Nah,
no,
nah.
So it
not
made
even.
sense.
Yeah, nah.
Uh,
Let's talk about the waste of money for these crown jewel championships that they
Just to get an
wore for
MJF
all of.
ring,
well, it's for the people in Saudi Arabia to go and look.
I
It's
know.
like kind of like a WWE museum.
I just the
just
fan experience museum in Saudi Arabia. Listen, look,
just to get an AEW diamond ring.
they talk
Yeah,
about
them
equivalent
belts
of a
is them
champion.
belts is them belts is big as shit. Their damn belt
Them
was bigger
belts
than
are
Liv.
Yeah, them belts are big. Them belts are big as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
But
You don't need to be carrying that around.
I just I don't know, man. To me, it was an L. It's an L. I don't care. It's an
It
L.
is.
It's
It
an L.
is. It is. Cause first,
It,
first you had the what? What was the first thing? The Greatest Royal Rumble, or something like that they
Yeah, the
had
one
over
that Braun
there. And
Strowman
then
won,
yeah,
when they
like
had the no, it was
the green
the
belt, greatest
Andre
Royal
the
Rumble
Giant
ever.
Battle Royal Rumble. But then they went over there and had the Greatest Royal Rumble ever.
yep. But
Yeah.
that wasn't the greatest Royal Rumble because remember before that they did the one year where they did 40 men in the Royal Rumble,
Yeah, but when they went
and
over
then
But
they
this is
there,
what
never
they
they
had
did it
called
50.
it
again.
though. They called it that this time though. They had a belt
I
for
get what you're saying.
it.
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah,
belt is still
technically,
over in
yeah,
Saudi Arabia too. I can tell you that much.
exactly. He ain't get no ring for it neither. So who's the fool? Shit. All right, let's talk about. Oh yeah, I was telling JB, I was like, and we know Liv's going to use her ring to win matches. Cody having that ring, that would have fit his Bullet Club character. Having that ring, because having that ring is
Yeah.
definitely a heel thing. Like they say, MJF. Like y'all said,
Mhm.
it's definitely something that a heel should win, not a face.
I feel like
But let's talk
Cody's
about
just gonna walk around and kiss the damn ring.
Monday night. So Gunther has a number one contender, and it is Damian Priest after he beat Dirty Dom. Uh, after taking us first off, okay, let's talk about this. Seth, Seth took a tsunami through the table, but Sheamus takes a tsunami. He's out of commission. Priest takes a tsunami, then takes a 619, and then right as he's about to hit the frog splash, Priest just pops up out the dead and hits him with the South of Heaven. 1, 2, 3.
So Mike Drop wasn't here for my prediction about the World Heavyweight Championship,
Hmm.
right? And I don't know if he
Mm-hmm.
heard. Okay.
Damian
So
Priest is gonna
No,
I'm
he
gonna
win
doesn't
it
watch
again.
episodes.
no. So I'm gonna just give you a little recap, okay? Because this is
Hmm.
the way that I see. At some point, Gunther's going to lose his championship, right? We
Hmm.
talked about this.
Yes.
We talked about this last episode. I think that
Hmm.
Gunther's title reign has been lack thereof. Okay, it hasn't really been that exciting, in my
Hmm.
opinion.
That's for
All
all the
right,
champions, honestly.
that's up for debate. I'm fine with what Cody Rhodes has done. Just saying, but
We know.
but at some point, Gunther's going to lose this championship. I'm still sticking with my predictions that at some point CM Punk is going to get this World Heavyweight Championship. I think that CM Punk's going to be the one to beat Gunther. The way that this going and the route that it's taking, I think that it's going to be CM Punk that's going to beat him. I'm still going with John Cena versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's the perfect person for John Cena to break the record with. You know what I'm saying? It got to be either him or Randy Orton. And right now, I just don't see it being Randy Orton unless Randy Orton comes over to Monday Night Raw.
There should be a draft when they go to Netflix.
That is true. Now, this is where my prediction came in, and this is where I was telling. Uh, God damn it, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, who do you see beating John Cena for World Heavyweight Championship?
Cody Rhodes.
No, come on. I'm gonna give you a hint. Somebody that's never won the championship,
Hmm.
but lately has been talking about how they want to be in the title picture.
I know you ain't saying Dominic Mysterio beat John Cena.
Ding, ding, ding. And I'm gonna lose my absolute shit if that happens.
Come on, man.
That
That
would be
you
perfect.
can't tell me that that would be crazy. That would be fantastic and crazy.
Nobody would
But what
see
about
it. Actually,
okay?
I ain't gonna say nobody would see it coming. People would see it coming, and I love it. Depending on how
Because
we get there.
because if John Cena does win the championship and he does break the record, John Cena's only going to hold on to the championship from WrestleMania to SummerSlam. We know this. They're not
Yeah.
going. He's not going to hold on to the championship for the whole year. You know that he's on his retirement tour. I think that it's going to be from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, or
Oh
it
boy.
could be him winning it at SummerSlam and then him holding it from SummerSlam to like Royal Rumble or something like, you know what I mean, something like that. But I don't know, man. In my universe, if I was the writers, I would have him lose. I would have Dominic Mysterio beating John Cena.
See, me and Jay finally
And
agree on
retire him.
something, boy. That would be dope if he retired him.
That would be crazy.
Oh, here we go. Dom could get the money in the bank.
I'm not against that either,
Okay,
but I
what
just
if hey,
I really think that Money in the Bank coming up. I really think that it's going to be
so
that's going to be Jay that's going to win it.
so I might be on this gravy train that you talking about, Jay, because let's foreshadow John Cena and Rey Mysterio. Wasn't it Rey Mysterio to win the championship and then the same night he lost it to John Cena? What if we could have some backtrack foreshadowing to where John Cena wins the title and then the same night loses it to Dom?
So John
He breaks
Cena
the
wins
record,
the
and he breaks the record. He has that shit for about 15 seconds, and here comes
and
Dirty
then
Dom.
Dom, here comes Dirty Dom
Dirty
cashing it
Dom,
in on
live
him.
and Raquel.
Foreshadowing deep history of what happened with your dad and John Cena.
I could see that. That wouldn't be.
Because
I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
Dom had been saying in interviews, at first he's like, man, I don't care what title I get, Intercontinental World Heavyweight, I just want a title. So the fact that he was in this fatal four way and had a real legit shot at winning it to become number one contender, I don't know that he drops down to go after the IC title anymore. I think that he's
Yeah.
just going to stay trying to get to the world heavyweight. I think he might skip over the IC title. He might win it later in his career, but I think he's going to skip over that right now and try to go for the main
Well, you got
title.
to think about this, right? If they really let Damian Priest beat Gunther to get his championship back, I could see Dominic Mysterio being the one to beat Damian Priest to take it off of him.
And then
So you
Finn
just
Balor
want you
beating
so you
Dom.
I'm about to say you just want to see Finn Balor just crash all the way out.
He really would. He really
Speaking of,
would.
I think that Finn is going to cost Priest in his rematch against Gunther.
Of course he is.
That's how we
Of
get the
course he is.
Finn. That's how we get the Finn Priest rematch that Finn's been wanting.
Yeah.
Because you gotta think they fought once, Priest won. Dom has fought Priest twice now, beat him once,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Finn ain't got a shot at him yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think it's on some
and then
distraction to where we get the demon Finn type distraction.
oh yeah, And I think I have to change up my split of who's going to lead Judgment Day. I believe now that, well, it could be a smoke screen because now they're showing tension between JD and Finn, but Raquel is now rocking Carlito t-shirts and shit. You know, Carlito trying to get at Raquel. Liv and Dom ain't going nowhere right now. I think I could see Finn breaking off from the group, not necessarily because I don't feel like you can't turn Judgment Day face. You have to leave them heels. So I could
First,
see them either turning on Finn or him just walking away
they're
and
not
just
going anywhere until they lose these damn tag
rebuilding
team
himself.
championships that they haven't
They
defended
gonna
in I don't know how long.
they're gonna lose those to the War Raiders.
They gotta drop those first.
They're gonna lose those to the War Raiders. uh, but yeah. All right, so that's it for that. Let is
Oh, I got a
next.
question for you real quick before we
Yeah.
go to the next question. So you think that they're bringing back the tension between Kofi and Xavier? Because it seemed like they were putting them back on the same page, and then now
Oh
it seems like
no.
they're going back
So
to.
I don't know if you watch Raw Talk after Monday Night Raw on Peacock, but they be doing a lot of Easter eggs on that stuff, man. And anytime, because Final Testament walked up to Adam Pierce talking about Miz getting kidnapped was hilarious, also.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was crazy.
but if you every if you notice, anytime there is a Final Testament talking to somebody, Xavier and Kofi was arguing in the back. You can see them arguing
Yeah.
again,
Hmm.
and it's going to come to a head. I don't know if Big E's going to be on this Monday, but he said that Adam Pierce specifically said they are going to do something to celebrate 10 years of the New Day on Monday night.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely think Big E is showing up because they're
He could
giving
be the
him
one
three
to
to
try
six
to
months.
he could be the one to try to get them to quit bickering and all of that. We'll see. If Woods really is turning heel, then he's going to bark at Big E and maybe like push him or something.
See, I've been looking, man, and I can't find anything online that says whether or not he's been cleared or not. All
I
it,
just seen on Instagram that they said that he has a checkup within 3 to 6 months to see if he's good to go.
I don't think
So
he's
we'll
coming
see.
back.
Well, let's try to be optimistic.
I
Right.
was just saying.
But let's move on to NXT / ECW versus AEW on Wednesday night.
Oh, you
Uh,
see, you put
did
me
y'all
to sleep as
watch?
soon as you said AEW. Nah, go ahead.
I don't know why. It was a decent show. I watched them both at the same time simultaneously. Uh, so we can start with AEW since I know that's Jay's favorite. Um, I just gotta say, who in the hell is doing Adam Cole's tan? That shit is horrible. Like that shit is horrible. But
MJF did it.
he had his match with Malachi Black, and something weird happened at the end, where Malachi Black pretty much sacrificed himself for the loss. Now people immediately ran to say that he's leaving AEW. He came out on social media and said, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm not hurt. Like y'all could relax. I'm still with
Yeah.
AEW. I'm not going anywhere." But it was a really weird way that it ended, and like pretty much like House of Black is like face now, which is weird.
Yeah.
Um, but after that match, they showed MJF, and he made a phone call, and this is gonna be Adam Cole's third person that he has to face. A lot of people think that it's Wardlow.
Mm.
Would y'all be excited to see Wardlow and MJF back together?
Back together? Uh,
Yeah, business relationship,
uh,
hired as a mercenary.
I'll be glad to see Warlow being used somewhere else.
I feel like if they put Warlow and MJF
What
back
TNA?
together, they're
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like it's gonna be they're gonna regress. Like it's especially for Warlow. But
Well,
then
he was
again, they
supposed
ain't
to
doing
be in
shit
this
with him
group with.
anyway. So
I'm about to say he's supposed to be in United Kingdom. They didn't turn face out of nowhere. and Warlow ain't even there.
That's why I said they haven't done shit with them anyway. So I mean, I don't know. I don't want to see Warlow back with MJF. I don't think that it's going to help Warlow in any type of way. But
Who knows? Uh, the Hurt Syndicate. Uh, MVP Bobby Lashley and Sheldon Benjamin. They trying to recruit Ricochet. Um, and Ricochet's partner was Powerhouse Hobbs, whose contract with the Don Couch family is over. So, how would y'all feel if Ricochet if either Ricochet or Hobbs joined, or both joined the Hurt Syndicate?
I want to see both of them join. Honestly, like I want to see them do the Hurt Syndicate bigger and better than what WWE let them do. So I think Ricochet would be a huge pickup for them. And we know how exciting freaking Ricochet is. Um, I'm with it. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'm with it.
JD?
Oh, I'm shaking my head. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
I think
So
both of
this is
them.
actually. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just said I think both of them.
Okay. And I noticed, and you notice Ricochet's been wearing suits lately. He's been wearing suits.
Yeah,
Showed up in New Japan
New
against Zack
Japan.
Sabre Jr. wearing the
Yep.
suit. He showed up on Dynamite now, rocking suits, and
I mean, could be
that's what the Hurt Syndicate
foreshadowing.
wear.
You like to say foreshadow. It could be foreshadow.
Yeah, it could be. I'm glad you popped up right here, Xander. You said not possible, I guess, for you saying both of them joining. But he did. This is an early subscriber question, but only because it goes into what we're talking about. Um, do you see the Hurt Syndicate becoming a main event faction? If it seems like they're just throwing any black wrestler that's available on the roster in there instead of being selective. This is from Xander.
Ah, I wouldn't say they're just throwing any black wrestler in there. I mean, you gotta look at who they
I
have. You
said
got the original Hurt Business.
I don't see Captain Sean Bean in there.
Yeah, I just said. Um, I wouldn't necessarily say Ricochet is just anybody. I
Yeah.
think Ricochet is a legitimate pickup for the Hurt Syndicate in the point that would make them more mainstream with just because of how exciting he is to watch to wrestle. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't, that's a tough one.
I
That's
think they
that's
can
hard
be a
to
main
answer.
event faction. I don't see how
They
you have
definitely
a
can
group
be.
with Sheldon Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and then not be a
Yeah,
main event group.
yeah.
He said if Scorpio Sky was still around, maybe him. Okay, we're done here. All
The
right, and
problem is
then
that this is AEW we're talking about here, so it don't matter how main event you want to be. Sooner or later, somebody's gonna fall into the void in the back with AEW, like they always do. Can't help it.
for now, they're getting better.
They're
So
not,
the
but okay.
BCC are now called the Death Riders. They are no longer the Blackpool Combat Club. They are now the Death Riders.
They're not the BBCs.
They were never the BBCs. Pause.
I'm sorry, I had to.
But what
I
do you
couldn't
think?
read.
What y'all think of the new? What y'all think of the new group name that they get? That they got rid of the Blackpool Combat Club name,
What's the new name?
Death Riders.
Yeah, that's gay. Um, yeah, that's weak. That's weak. They should just stuck with what they had.
I think they should have been. I think it was JD that said this. I think they should have called themselves Paradigm Shift. That would have been dope. That would have
I
been
mean,
dope.
it's better than Death Riders.
Oh my gosh, Xander, what? No.
My God.
God.
We're gonna get canceled.
All right, so let's
I
move.
was gonna say something, but that would definitely got us canceled if I would have said what came to my mind just now. So I'm gonna refrain because yeah,
How'd y'all
that
feel about
that would have been a viral moment that probably would have went all over TikTok and everything else too as soon as I said it. So
oh,
I'm
good.
glad I caught
Get us
myself on that one.
get us some more clicks and views, man. We got to stand out.
No, we don't want that. I know they say negative press is still good press, but nah, we don't need that negative.
Nah.
So, what y'all think about NXT
Yeah, nah.
ECW?
Think about what?
It
NXT
was good.
ECW.
A little blast for the past.
I like the cold open they did where they used the old ECW music and they did they had the little intro video with all the current superstars for NXT. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, best
Um,
match, hands down, Lola Vice versus Jada Parker.
for many reasons. But her cracking her in
Yeah.
the face with that brick was crazy.
How she
That was
sold that was
insane.
crazy. Yeah, how
That
she
was
sold it was
insane.
yeah.
I like
I mean, we.
Nunzio versus Tony D.
Oh my God.
That was good. We run everything in South Philly. Now you got to pay a
Unfortunately,
tax.
unfortunately, you didn't get what you wanted though, right? Who
No
was
Paul
it?
Heyman.
Who was calling for Paul Heyman? Who said it?
I asked if he should be there.
Yeah, you did ask if he should be there.
I said, should he be there? But then we agreed that if he didn't show up on Saturday, then he wasn't going to be there on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he
I
was
liked,
there on Saturday.
yeah, but on screen,
Yeah.
he's been there every week. He's been there every week.
Right.
Um, but I also liked. Oh, how do y'all feel about uh Roxanne 2 weeks in a row taking a pin?
Yeah, she has to lose.
She took
Yeah.
it to
I was,
Stephanie. She took it to Stephanie at the pay per view, and then she took it to Zaria after she had that F5 on her on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I said
Do
she
y'all
has
think
to
that?
lose.
Do you think that if she loses, that she's going to end up leaving NXT, moving up?
Possibly.
I
Because
mean,
honestly, I mean, she still has a gang of people to fight
not a
on
gang.
Now
NXT.
she does.
She got like it's like six other people she could fight now if they don't want to move her up.
Why?
You
Let
got
the
all the
girl
new
move
girls
up,
they just
man. Let
brought
it.
in.
It
You
don't
got
matter
all the
though.
new
Let.
girls. If they're trying to make her the greatest NXT Women's Champion of all time, then she could run through this whole gauntlet of people.
I mean, I agree with you. I'm just saying though. Let the girl move up, man. Like she's done her thing in NXT. She's literally held it down. But then again, we know how it goes whenever they move up to the main roster.
Yeah.
Don't do shit with them. So
What y'all think about the Dudley Boys reunion?
it
Mm.
was cool. It was.
It
It's
was nostalgic.
there. You go.
This is just a this is just
I
a
was trying to get there.
so this is just a boring weekend wrestling for JD.
It was nostalgic. It was nostalgic.
You can't. It's hard to get excited when you're seeing the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
He told Trick to get the tables, but there were no tables. So Devon had to come out with a table.
I mean, that was cool. Like that was a good part. But
He said, Trick, get the tables. He said, there's no table.
they got Trick looking like our truth.
What about RVD coming out to help your boy Javon?
There we go. RVD. That's what did it for me. Yep. Yep.
What about Rhino spearing Robert Stone?
Now
Boring.
Rhino coming in. No, Rhino appearing like I didn't see that coming, and Rhino
You
had just
didn't?
got inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. Like So I was just like, oh, okay. I did that certain spot I didn't see coming. That's what I mean. But he just got inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame, so it was good to see him there. You know, it still just shows their alliance with TNA and WWE, but it was just very nostalgic.
I
The
like
whole thing
the
was just
callback.
the whole thing was built off of nostalgia. That's all you
Yeah,
can really
Yeah,
say about it.
yeah.
That's
I
it.
like the callback because the pose that RVD did where he's doing the split and holding the dumbbell, and that's Kalani. She does that now where she does the split and
Mm,
she's like holding her hands.
mm.
I ain't gonna lie
So
though, man. All these old ECW dudes, boy. Woof. Yeah, time has definitely caught up with
I ain't lying,
they've had a
bro.
rough, they've had a rough life. Oh,
Oh, they have.
you
They
see,
definitely had it rough.
y'all see Francine was there.
Yeah,
No, I missed that part.
yeah,
Francine
she
was
was
in the
there.
crowd, still looking
Oh,
Dawn
good.
she
Marie
was in
How'd
the
y'all
was
feel
a
crowd.
about?
special guest
How about to
referee.
say? How'd y'all feel? How'd y'all feel about Dawn Marie?
Mhm.
Dawn Marie.
Puppies,
All right. All right,
puppies.
so last topic before the last question, subscriber question. Who do y'all think? Do y'all think that Gunther is going to be Goldberg's retirement match? He said he's having a retirement match in 2025. Didn't
I'm
say
not
Um,
when.
answering this question.
Didn't say against who.
Unfortunately, but in my opinion,
If
it
he's
should
retiring, he
be
has to lose, right?
it should be Braun Breaker. They hit him with a super spear
I can see
and
that.
break him in half. That's
I
what
would
I
like
should
that.
feel.
I'm gonna tell you
But
who should be. You
unless
want to
the
know
only
who should
reason,
be
only
his
way he could do it
retirement
is
match?
if Braun doesn't have that IC title, because I don't think he'll do it while he's IC champion. He'd have to be
Yeah.
His
without it.
his retirement match should be against
Against
not a
the
damn
Undertaker.
person because he doesn't need to come back and have another damn match. He needs to
You
sit
said
his
against who?
ass against nobody. He
I
needs to
said
sit
the
his
Undertaker,
ass.
like Teddy Long says, the
No,
Undertaker.
he needs to sit his ass at ringside with his son and reminisce about how, yeah, son, I used to do this.
I
And
used to
that's
be
what
a
he
What
needs to
about
do.
superhero.
Scott Steiner? What about if he fights
What
Scott
about
Steiner? They do a tag match. Steiner's versus Goldberg and his son.
Scott Steiner has like 25% muscle mass now. Come on now. Like
he can't even
But
lift
get
his
Scott
arm up to
Steiner's
do a colo. No, no.
get Scott Steiner's son. All right, so this is our final subscriber question of the night. I've actually gotten a bunch of these. My phone has been flooded with questions for tonight.
Is the question about EO Sky?
It's not,
Okay, good.
but if it was, you would answer it.
No, what the?
All right, so this is the hold on. This is the question. What is Oh, here it is. How this is actually from our homie from behind the scenes, Jamari. He said, "How is the impending move to Netflix going to impact WrestleMania 41? Will there be more filler storyline, or will the storylines become better since it will be on Netflix and not broadcast TV?"
well, I'll go first. So it's already been Trey, and I think you put this in a group chat how Netflix is wanting certain superstars on Raw to increase their
hmm
viewership, meaning the
CM
likes
Punk,
of
Roman, and Cody, to be exact.
there we go. So having, I guess, having them, they they have to make the storylines good, but they have to make it make sense. Just having the people there doesn't really do much. It's just it just has to make sense in the long run. How does it have an impact on WrestleMania? Could we have our first WrestleMania on Netflix? I doubt it. But the build
He was
up
talking
could
about the
be very good.
storyline. Yeah, the storylines leading into it. Do you think they'll be better because they'll be on Netflix? Do you think we're going to get a lot of filler? Like, what do you think?
We might just get a few weeks of unhinged. I don't think they're gonna go too ballistic on it. Like I honestly don't feel like that they're gonna go like with mass chaos just because they don't want
Like
to
old
make
school
it seem
ECW?
yeah, I don't think they want to like push that throttle too quick because it could just be like, oh, it's for like glitz and glamour just because they have the okay to do it now they're just gonna do it. Like even Triple H had spoke about it and he was like, everybody's thinking because we're going to Netflix that we're just gonna be cussing and just dropping f-bombs, every freaking promo. He was like, that's not the case.
They
Like
will. They will. I don't give
it's
a
gonna
damn.
be a
I don't
lot
give a
more
damn. I don't give
f-bombs.
a. I don't give a damn what he says.
I mean,
So
we might get a couple promos like when Seth was going against
Matt
uh
Riddle.
yeah, that promo. We might get promos like that. But I mean, I don't know. It's Jay, what do you think?
ooh, it's my turn. So I think that the promos are going to be about the same. I don't think that the promos are going to be too different. I think what people have to realize is that yes, WWE is going to Netflix, which is going to be a platform to where they can essentially do more without having to violate those viewer ratings or change their ratings on TV and yada yada yada, all the logistics and crap that comes behind that. But people have to realize is that still got the live shows,
Hmm.
still a family based environment, still gonna have
Hmm.
kids there, all that stuff, right? They're not about to lose that fan base. You remember during the Attitude Era, they damn near almost lost it, right?
Yeah.
It was that their shows were mainly a demographic of what was it? They said 16 to 26 or something like that was the market range that they were targeting at the time. Or I'm not gonna say targeting, but that's what they were getting.
Yeah.
Um, I think the move to Netflix is going to create the opportunities for some of those more gritty matches that we want. Right?
Mm.
I don't think the promos are going to change. Yeah, you're going to get a little bit of more cussing here and there. You may get a little bit more raunchy, push the envelope kind of stuff. It'll never be what it was back when they were at the Attitude Era, though. That's done and gone. If people think that that's what they're going to get, they out of their mind.
Yeah.
They,
Oh, you
they,
mean we're not
they
going to get
never.
what HLA Hot Lesbian Action
You
from
ain't
Eric
gonna get
Bischoff?
no. You ain't gonna get no live sex show. I can tell you that much. You
No.
ain't that shit ever
You're
again.
you're not getting swimsuits and
I
like,
I think yeah. I think what you're gonna get is you're just gonna get more physical, gritty matches. I think
and
that's
then
what.
you're gonna get more crowd reactions to them saying, "Holy shit, this is fucking awesome" and stuff like that. You're gonna get
Yeah,
crowd reactions, and without having to pipe in noise or block out noise, you're just gonna be able to enjoy the show for what it is.
I
yeah. I ain't
think
gonna lie.
that
The
we'll
panties on the pole match were good though.
I'm gonna say I think that we're gonna get more promos leading up to WrestleMania, kind of like the one that Rock cut on Cody when he was beating his ass outside in the rain and he was cussing crazy. It'll be more
Yeah,
like that. Like during those special events, you'll
and
get
certain
more a little
people,
more unhinged. Yeah, only
and
certain
it'll be
people too.
from certain
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
I did want to. This is the last thing I want to say. I saw today. I sent it to the group chat. So in March, it came out that they are going to be doing pretty much a European tour leading up to WrestleMania. And I remember JD
Hmm.
was like, "Yeah, that's more. That means more spoilers." But it came out that because they're going to be in Europe, since they will be on Netflix at that time, because it will be next year in
It's
March,
gonna be
they
live.
will actually they're going to air it live. So if you want to watch it live without it getting spoiled, you would have to just watch it like noon on
Yeah,
Netflix as opposed to waiting until later in the day and they start spoiling it
right.
on Twitter.
Yeah,
So I like that. I like that because
I
now
mean, I
they're
think
not under the restraints of having to wait till 8 p.m. because they're on USA to
so.
show
You
it.
know what that was? I think that that was a last minute decision that they just made. I
hmm,
really
Yeah,
do.
because
I
people have been going crazy about these shows being ruined because of the spoilers.
Yeah, I really think that after this past tour that they did in Saudi Arabia and everything with the Crown Jewel, I think that they did a little powwow and they was like, yeah, we can't have this happen.
No.
I mean, that was damn near as bad as when Eric Bischoff was calling the winners of the matches on WCW.
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's how diabolical that was, and it's even worse
Yeah.
now because you got multiple platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, like everything. So
It's like people are
yeah,
going to the shows just to spoil it because it's all fan camera views.
Yep.
I mean, it's content
This
for
is
them. You got to think about it. It's
exactly.
views. You can't be
Yep.
Yeah,
mad at them. I mean, as much as
I
you
am
want to
mad
be
at.
mad at them, you
I
can't.
can still be mad at him.
I mean, I'm just saying though, it's content. Think about how many more subscribers they got or how many more views they got on that video because they just spoiled what happened on Monday Night Raw on SmackDown. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
That's nasty work. But all right, that's it. This has been episode 126. Appreciate everybody for listening and watching. We are at 95 subscribers, still trying to hit that 100 mark by the end of the year. We just need five more. So, if anybody that dabbles in wrestling or really likes wrestling a lot or anything like that, tell them to come check us out and hit us with a subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so anytime we go live, it automatically pops up on your phone so you don't miss an episode. Y'all got anything y'all want to say?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
There we go.
Acknowledge us.
All right. So with that being said, I am your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka OTR Trey, aka Thursday Night Trey.
This your boy Jay, aka Rant Jay.
Hi y'all.
Hey, you're
Bye
horrible.
y'all. Mic
Don't
drop.
forget to check us out on Spotify.
Hey.
All right,
Peace
y'all.
out
We
y'all.
out.